How did you find Alex Rodriguez when he showed up on Shark Tank? Kevin O'Leary, what'd you think of ARod?
I've worked with Alex before. We've done a lot of stuff together. He's been on Shark Tank multiple times. Very interesting guy. Major focus is real estate. That's what he does.
Okay.
Each of these sharks or guest sharks have a vertical that they're specialty in, and he's a real estate guy. That's what he knows. So he's a cash flow guy, real estate guy. Real estate's all about servicing debt on these buildings and getting cash payments. So that's his specialty. And I think it's good to bring these different disciplines onto the Shark Tank because it keeps it interesting.
So was he a threat in a way to Barbara Corcoran as to what she used to do, or that she just sticked ARod aside pretty much when it comes down to that?
No,
Kevin?
I mean, I think those two are as close as they could be because they know each other from previous years, and particularly New York real estate. In fact, they've done a couple of deals together in apartment buildings. Now, Barbara's special. I've known her a long time. She's a great cook. When I go to New York, we get together. I'm a chef, too. And we enjoy each other's company. But I must tell you something. The only reason she gets to Shark Tank on time, and we're in the middle of shooting season 13 right now, is I bought her a new broom.
I think I saw that coming.
I've been saying that for years.
I know you have.
Joke about Barbara. She loves it.
I know. She does actually find that joke funny. I've seen her actually laugh at it because, as you know.
What troubles her,
yes,
she has no comeback. That's the problem. It kills her.
Well, I mean, just, I guess they just expect it from you, Kevin. You know what I mean? Like they see that one coming and, and so.
I get it.
Which is your Shark Tank acquisition business deal you're most proud of, most successful, as you and I are talking right now, Kevin?
Well, if you measure it by return on investment, it has to be plated. It's the largest exit in Shark Tank history, $340 million cash. The company was bought by Albertsons after Amazon bought Whole Foods. They wanted a digital strategy. It was one of the companies that was doing meal kits. It had kitchens in Chicago, New York, and L.A. We've been spending a lot of time and money building that up, and they bought it. And I think what's so interesting is that was the beginning of the whole digital movement, direct-to-consumer in the food space very early on. And those are a couple of guys that came on Shark Tank with nothing. They became multimillionaires in 36 months. And so it does happen on Shark Tank. These outcomes are extraordinary. We've had many others. We've sold billions of dollars of the products and services. We've made countless millionaires. And, it's a really, in its 13th year, there's no platform like that. You get 100 million eyeballs seeing your product or service after a year of syndication. You can't buy that anywhere. And the Sharks have millions of followers. I'm able to invest in a business, reduce its customer acquisition costs, tell the story of what they do. And I think in the long run, it goes on forever because it's an iconic platform now. It does something that's really great. It helps people realize the American dream. There's nothing wrong with that. And
you guys were nominated for reality competition show and then an outstanding host as well. Was that the first time that you were nominated for the hosting gig, or has that happened before?
No, I think it's our third time for hosting.
Okay.
We're being optimistic. If you think I'm bad now, if I win that Emmy, we don't even know each other anymore. It's going to be horrible.
Oh, man. I just was going for the fact that, in terms of folks don't see this very much, but those who vote do see a For Your Consideration video that's put out there. And there was a particular host on the Zoom this year for that conversation, Kevin. And there is an I in Rich Eisen. Do I get a little bit of credit for some of these nominations based on my stewardship of these conversations?
Phenomenal job in it.
Thank you, Kevin.
And if I win that Emmy, we're going to be friends forever. I can tell you. I take it back.
What if we don't? What if you don't? Though?
We've won 4. I'm just going to have to be an ostrich with my head in the sand. I don't know. I mean, I think we do a great job on that show.
Yeah.
We've won 4 Emmys for the show and the producers. We think as hosts, we've steered that ship a long time. I think we've done a pretty good job, but you never know. The Academy has to vote.
Yes.
Members are voting. Hopefully they're looking at what we've done this year. Last year we shot that show in an extraordinary situation because of COVID. We were locked in a hotel for almost 2 months, never going outside. And we did it safely. Nobody got sick, and the pandemic was raging. And I think you got to hand it to the producers to pull that off. We had like 220 people on that set, everybody getting tested every day. And so it worked, and I think the television industry has figured out that maybe COVID in one form or another is going to be around, and we need new safety protocols, and that's what's going to happen.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.